Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, the search continues for the mother of Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie. And the U.S. Attorney General testifies during a House Judiciary Committee session. We'll tell you why she was in the hot seat today.
And in the world of weather, it was quiet and cool today with temperatures in the 40s. Now we're going to talk rain chances as we go throughout the weekend. Details coming up.
Dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The search continues for a Kentucky native who went missing 10 days ago. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is the mother of Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie. She went missing on February 1st from her home in Tucson, Arizona. The Pima County Sheriff's Office says they've received thousands of tips in recent days related to the case. Now, a man who was detained for questioning last night in connection with the Guthrie case says he should be owed an apology. Rio Rico spoke to reporters outside his home in Arizona. He was released hours after being detained.
Do you feel you're owed an apology?
Yeah, something I didn't do, yeah, especially the way they acted. I mean, I know it's their job to do what they're doing, but to an innocent man, and they didn't even, I think they don't even have evidence against me, so I don't even know how they got to me.
The FBI continues to search roads near Guthrie's home. A few hours ago, the Pima County Sheriff's Department posted on social media saying they would not be giving interviews at this time. A man was arrested in connection with assaulting a high school basketball coach in eastern Kentucky. Tommy Kilburn was charged with assaulting a school employee or volunteer. Online court records list a North Laurel basketball coach as the victim. Kilburn's bond conditions prohibit him from attending events where the reported victim is coaching. The circumstances leading up to the alleged assault remain unknown. Kilburn was released from the Jackson County Jail on Monday. State police are investigating a deadly crash in Boyle County. Troopers say the three-vehicle crash happened yesterday afternoon on Danville Road. Investigators say an 18-year-old was driving east when he crossed the center line while trying to pass an SUV that was slowing down to turn. Troopers say his truck hit the back of that vehicle, then hit an oncoming van. That driver, 80-year-old Larry Myers, died at the scene. The other two drivers were taken to Ephraim McDowell Medical Center. They are expected to be okay. Actor James Vanderbeek has died a little more than a year after announcing his cancer diagnosis. The actor rose to fame starring as Dawson Leary on the 1990s era teen drama Dawson's Creek. He was also well known for his role in the 1999 movie Varsity Blues. In a post to Vanderbeek's Instagram, his wife said the 48-year-old met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. Vanderbeek was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer in 2023, but he did not speak publicly about it until about a year later. Again, Vanderbeek only 48 years old. At least 9 people are dead after a shooting in Canada. 6 of the victims were found dead at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School in northeast British Columbia. A 7th person died en route to the hospital, while 2 people were found dead at a home in the town. The alleged shooter was also found dead at the school with a self-inflicted injury. Dozens were also injured in the Canada shooting. A California man is facing trafficking charges after federal agents found more than 40 pounds of marijuana in his suitcases at the Atlanta airport last month. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol said the 41-year-old man was bound for France. Agents approached him as he was waiting at his departure gate at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Inside 2 checked bags, agents found vacuum-sealed packages containing a green leafy substance that tested positive for marijuana. A little cooler outside today than yesterday, but still much better than it's been recently. Meteorologist Eric Dean has our first look at the forecast.
That's right, Steve. Now, one thing to note about today is pretty much where we should be for this time of year anyway in terms of temperature. Right now, live pinpoint Doppler radar, all is quiet throughout eastern Kentucky. This will get a break for tomorrow as well. And for the most part, Friday, it's when we get into Saturday that shower chances start to ramp up. Look at this. High pressure is in control. You can see a little bit of cloud cover across the central and western portion of the Commonwealth, but That's it in terms of anything. Right now, we're sitting at 41 degrees with that wind out of the west-northwest just shy of 10 miles per hour. There's a little bit of a bite in the air. Look at that. Feels like temperature 38 degrees. If you have plans the next few hours, we'll stay in the low to mid 40s. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover in the evening hours. Otherwise, we'll stay mainly cloudy. Temperatures in the mid 30s by the time 10 o'clock rolls around. Overnight, we'll see temperatures going into the upper 20s and low 30s. When you wake up in the morning, temperatures will make a run for the upper 30s and low 40s with increasing clouds as we go throughout the noon time frame. Now, all eyes are on this weekend as shower chances are in the forecast. The question is, how will it impact your weekend? Details in the first alert forecast coming up in a few minutes. Steve.
All right, Eric, thank you. Heated exchanges and personal insults flew around a House Judiciary Committee hearing today. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi was in the hot seat defending her tenure at the Department of Justice. As WYMT Washington correspondent Marlene Martinez reports, the Epstein files was at the top of mind.
You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And this was one of multiple heated exchanges Wednesday as lawmakers traded barbs with Attorney General Pam Bondi. She's arguing that the release of millions of Epstein files is a show of transparency. Epstein survivors, who sat behind her, say no one at the DOJ is listening to them.
A partial release of these files by the DOJ, riddled with improper redactions that expose the vulnerable and shield the powerful from accountability, is not justice.
At one point, Bondi tried to pivot to President Trump's accomplishments.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin.
When survivors spoke up, she said this.
About what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Bondi caught heat on a wide range of topics, including the ICE killings in Minneapolis and the alleged weaponization of the Department of Justice. But there was a moment of unity. Democrat Eric Swalwell said that his family was receiving death threats. This is what she had to say.
None of you should be threatened, ever. None of your children should be threatened. None of your families should be threatened. And I will work with, you can come into my office any day. I will work with all of you on both sides of the aisle.
The big question many lawmakers pushed is whether there would be further prosecutions for the sex crimes related to the latest tranche of Epstein file releases. Bondi maintains their work is ongoing. In Washington, I'm Molly Martinez.
President Trump hosted a so-called Clean, Beautiful Coal event at the White House late this afternoon. This video just coming in. He announced a major executive order aimed at reviving the coal industry. Officials also gave the president a trophy, as you see there, naming him the, quote, undisputed champion of beautiful, clean coal. We'll have much more about this event and the executive order tonight at 11. The West Virginia House unanimously passed a bill that looks to give additional rights to foster children. The bill gives foster children who are 13 and older the added right to know about and attend hearings about their case, including virtually. Delegate Evan Worrell says foster children have a right to know what's going on in their cases, especially when it could affect their life.
Things that these foster care children have been shut out from in the past. So a big deal. Who better than someone who's been through that process to bring that issue to us and to make sure that she advocates for how we need to make that change.
The House also unanimously passed a bill establishing the Blue Envelope program in the state, which is intended to lead to safer interactions between law enforcement and people with autism and other intellectual and developmental disabilities. The West Virginia State Board of Education has voted to close 2 elementary schools in Wayne County. Anoa and Dunlow elementary schools will be closed beginning next school year, with the students being sent to Crum pre-K through 8, East Lynn Elementary, and Wayne Elementary. The Wayne County Superintendent says the closings will save the county about $1.6 million per year. Some big Kentucky lottery winners are leaving money on the table, with several tickets still unclaimed. The Kentucky Lottery says time is running out for 5 winning Powerball ticket holders to come forward. There were no billion-dollar jackpot winners in our area, but Kentucky had 34 winning tickets sold, totaling more than $6 million. While most of these winning tickets were claimed, lottery officials are still waiting for some winners to come forward. That includes a $50,000 winner from Louisville. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, we look at how clogged drains and standing water are causing water quality concerns in parts of Kentucky after the big winter storm.
And it's quiet now, but we are keeping an eye on a system this weekend. Details coming up.